and with general firefighting techniques. There are three main elements in a fire: fuel, heat, and air. Successful firefighting means removing one or more of these elements as quickly as possible. Effectively, this puts out the fire. Removing fuel is fuel starvation. Removing heat is cooling. Removing air is smothering. The basic rules of firefighting are common to all ships. They're contained in letters making up the word fire. F stands for find it. I stands for isolate it. R stands for report it. And E stands for extinguish it, if it's small enough for one portable extinguisher. If not, then E stands for escape. Today, ships carry a variety of portable fire extinguishing equipment. Usually they're colored red, whatever the content. However, some are color-coded. The whole cylinder may be painted the code color. Or there may be a color-coded band carried on the equipment or its label. In all cases, they should be operated strictly in accordance with the maker's written instructions displayed on the extinguisher body. In accommodation areas, the most commonly available are water extinguishers. Water extinguishers are very suitable for dealing with fires involving carbonaceous materials. This includes wood, paper, and curtains, the sort of things you see when you look around the average mess room or cabin. Water rapidly cools the burning material and hinders the spread of combustion. There are two basic types of foam extinguisher: stored pressure and the gas cartridge type. To extinguish a flammable liquid fire, direct the foam onto a vertical surface so it can flow down and over the entire surface of the burning liquid. Never aim foam directly at the surface of the liquid. If the liquid temperature is high and the surface is penetrated, the water content of the foam will rapidly turn into steam. This may produce the same boil-over effect you see when water is sprayed straight into burning oil. AFFF, aqueous film-forming foam, has considerable penetrating power and is particularly effective on flammable liquid fire. AFFF may be applied as a spray and is used like that in some fixed installations. The foam extinguishers are easy to recharge with ready-mixed foam material.
Вот, Рома, ты такой будешь, когда
In the gas cartridge type, you must then place a new carbon dioxide cartridge into the container. As with any pressurized extinguisher, make sure that any remaining CO2 charge has been completely released before dismantling. Carbon dioxide extinguishers work by depriving the fire of oxygen. CO2 extinguishers can be stopped and restarted as required. The charge may last for about half a minute, depending on size. CO2 is an asphyxiant and will not support life, so use it with caution in very confined areas. CO2 extinguishers are most often used on fires involving electrical equipment. CO2 has some effect on flammable liquid fires, but may not be effective on carbonaceous fires. Dry powder extinguishers suppress a fire by chemically interfering with the process of combustion. It acts as a flame inhibitor. Normally, you would tackle liquid or gaseous fires with dry powder. They may also be used for other types of fires, depending on the powder type shown on the label. There are also larger types of powder extinguishers, ranging from a 23 kilogram trolley up to a 67 kilogram wheeled unit for use in the engine room. Some vessels are still equipped with fixed installations that rely on vaporizing fluids using halons. These include BCF, or Halon 1211, and BTN, known as Halon 1301. Use halons with extreme caution in confined spaces. In contact with flames, halons produce toxins that are harmful to people. Concerns over their environmental impact has led to the development of halon substitutes. Recent years have seen the introduction of high fog systems for use in confined spaces. These propel microscopic-sized water droplets into the fire area, where they absorb energy by cooling air and fire gases. Fixed installations come in many types and sizes. Stored in large cylinders, carbon dioxide fixed installations must be regularly checked for content. In the event of a serious fire in an engine room or cargo hold, where the safety of the vessel is threatened, then the fixed installation should be used sooner rather than later. Most systems, including CO2, require that you evacuate the area. Then, seal off all doors, shut all vents, and take a roll call.
87-го или 89-го года запись.
The CO2 is then injected into the area concerned. Boundary cool to ensure all the heat is dissipated before venting the space, or reignition will occur.
Охлаждение переборок.
On ships fitted with a foam fixed installation, pipes carry the foam to strategic points around the engine room, or direct to mobile applicators on the deck or cargo areas. High expansion foam, expanding up to 1,000 volumes, is sometimes carried for large enclosed spaces, such as cargo holds, peak stores, or pump rooms. Dry powder fixed installations are widely used in LPG and LNG ships. Their characteristics make them especially suitable for fires involving liquefied flammable gases. Of course, water is the most abundant firefighting medium available at sea. However, it must be pumped to the hydrants. At least 2 main pumps should be available for this purpose. As a backup, a third, the emergency fire pump, is located safely away from the engine room. The design of a ship's firefighting installation will provide sufficient power so that 2 jets may reach any part of the vessel normally accessible to the crew. Store hoses correctly rolled up. The 2 most common methods are on the bucket, often called the Dutch roll,
Нормально.
and the normal roll. Whichever one is used on your ship, it's important that all hoses are rolled up in a consistent manner. After use, the hoses are drained by a crew member walking along, holding them at shoulder level. Hoses are tough, but shock can damage them. Turn hydrants on and off gently to avoid sudden surges of pressure. For firefighting on ships, the variable jet spray nozzle is the most commonly used. Before turning on the nozzle, point it down and away from the fire. Setting the spray to a fine, wide water curtain will both cool and protect the operators as they near the fire. The nozzle will then be turned to concentrate the water into a spray with an arc of about 60 degrees. On some vessels, a nozzle is available with turbine-driven revolving teeth. This nozzle is very effective because it produces very fine droplets and is adjustable to whatever spray pattern is required. The finely divided drops of water in the spray serve 2 purposes. They reduce the heat of the fire to below the ignition temperature of the burning material. In addition, the blanket of steam helps seal off the fire. If possible, attack the blaze from the windward side, where there is the least smoke. Before opening the door to a fire area, feel the heat of the door with the back of your hand, up and down, and then the handle.
Jay, that's what I was talking about, you see?
If the door opens towards you, keep your shoulder and knee against the door as you slowly open it. Remember that the fire in the room may have generated a quantity of hot and flammable gas. In contact with the air, it may flash, perhaps with explosive violence. The fire will suck cold air in from the bottom. This causes flames to billow out from the top of the entrance. So keep low and on the hinged side. If a door to a fire is open, close it. This will contain the fire and deprive it of air. In fires, keep low. Not only can you see better, but even if wearing breathing apparatus, you will suffer less quickly from heat and steam. Especially when working in smoke, try to feel your way ahead with your feet. Keep them flat on the deck, not lifted up as in normal walking. Before you advance, feel the space in front of your face by waving your free arm up and down in front of it. Always keep contact with your teammates and with the bulkhead to avoid being disorientated. To search a larger space, keep contact with the bulkhead, hold hands, and stretch out feeling forwards with your feet. Turn the hose off from time to time to allow the steam to clear. This improves visibility and reduces humidity. In a real situation, you may only be able to see a few centimeters. When working with BA, constantly check gauges. This is especially important before going further into a space or down a ladder. To get down a ladder, cool the area, then lower the hose to the bottom of the ladder. The first man down waits for his teammates before he hits the fire. Otherwise, steam may go up the hatch and scald your companions. Work as a team and look after each other. Always warn of any obstruction as you advance. Although most BA sets require little on-board maintenance, inspect them at least once a month or in accordance with the manufacturer's recommendations. Obey the rules for effective firefighting.
Hi guys.
Sound the alarm promptly. Give proper information. Muster without delay. Know the equipment, where it is kept, and how to use it. Be conscientious about fire drills. They may save your life. And always remember, nearly all shipboard fires could have been extinguished if, in their early stages, they had been reported and tackled correctly. This videotel program is part of a series of 5 on firefighting at sea. Program 1 deals with fire prevention. Program 3 with command and control at the incident. Program 4 with command and control by the master. And Program 5 with machinery space fires.